Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Young Sheldon. This is the 8th episode of the 6th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free. Link in the description below. Just clicking it, put a password in, and enjoy. So, we see Mandy's parents for the first time last episode. They was on a date, basically. Not a date. At a restaurant, her parents was there. You know, George waved at her dad. He waved back. Her mum seemed to be the one that was kind of a bit upset about the situation. They got over, he was talking. Seemed to get on really well, but the mum, obviously, she's not happy with the situation, getting pregnant, what he does, etc. And she kind of stormed off. Georgie went to try and bury the hatchet, you know, like, be peaceful. He went to their store. He's into tyres. Obviously, we know Georgie's too. Having a conversation. Clicked well with the father, but obviously the mum's still a bit hesitant. Mandy's found out she's upset at Georgie for going behind the back to speak to the parents. However, her dad did actually come and speak to Mary and George, which obviously shows that he's interested in taking care of his grandkid after obviously George raised that. You know, he was like, look, you might be mad at me, you might be mad at Mandy, but you got a grandchild on the way and you want to be there in the life for them. He's come and give some money off. Mandy's seen it. She's come in. They've had a conversation. She kind of stormed out because her dad was saying, you know, your mum can be stubborn, but so can you. Do you know what I mean? She got in a huff and walked away. But it's progression. We see it, don't we? Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd be nice to see both grandparents or whatever's like involved all at once, you know what I mean, together, working in harmony, to see the baby coming as well. That's what I'm excited for. And I'm just liking the fact that Mandy's in it a little bit more now with Georgia. Do you know what I mean? She seems to be becoming a more prominent role in the show, and that's what we love to see because we know where it's going to go. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to build that connection between us, the fans, and obviously the character, and you know, the baby will come and it'll just be even more exciting. Thanks for checking out today's episode though. Hopefully guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
People say French is the language of love, but for me, nothing is sweeter than the exhilarating sounds of legalese.
What are we, the party of the first part or the party of the second part?
The first part. You just let me know and get you anything you want.
So you really think this invention of Sheldon's could be worth something?
Oh, who knows? Most of the time these things don't pan out. Could be something, probably nothing. That's just a formality. Who needs a pen?
What's this about the university owning 90% and want to make sure that Sheldon is being treated fairly?
Yeah, maybe we should get our own lawyer and take a look at this before we sign it. Need some time and get back to you.
Of course. You take all the time you need, just because of all the nice things we've done for your son and for your family. No need to start trusting us now.
Just to go into that, right? They're clearly trying to cut him out or do less. Do you remember when Leonard and that come up with the idea and the university wanted 90% of it themselves, and obviously they was fuming about it, and he wanted to cut Howard out, I think, as well it was? I think that's what they wanted to do. It's the same team here. You'd think Sheldon would pick up like they're trying to shaft him, to be honest. It's his idea. I know it's kind of like going to Shark Tank or Dragon's Den in the UK. You know, you come up with an idea and you know it's going to be groundbreaking. However, you can't get the product manufactured or you can't get the supply out there fast enough. Do you know what I mean? And you need one of these sharks to come in the university or whatnot to fund it and back you. And usually you offer... Usually it's the person that's come up with the idea that has the higher percentage. You know, like you would think that because it's Sheldon's idea, it'd be a 55-45 sway on his thing. It's kind of like if you owned a company, do you know what I mean, and you needed backing to expand it, you're not going to sell up all of the shares to the other person and you take nothing. Do you know what I mean? The university would have zero if Sheldon didn't come to it. So why is it that they're 90% of these 10, he's been shafted out of it, in my personal opinion? And you'd think Sheldon would know that they're trying to bribe them as well, you know. But however, even if he goes through with 10%, in the future he should have absolute bank, but we don't really see that, do we? So I don't even know if it actually goes through with it.
Busy in here for a weekday.
Social Security checks landed.
Getting paid just to be old. Must be nice.
Don't be flirting with Mandy. I need help back here.
Okay, well she might flirt with me. This shirt really brings out my eyes. Figure everything out.
People give me money, I give them movies. I think I got it.
I can't believe you would rent this filth.
It's not filth, it's basic instinct.
Well, my husband was watching it and there was a woman in there who showed her. Do you really want to bring your baby into a world where this is considered entertainment?
Why don't you let me worry about my baby and you worry about what your husband's watching?
Well, I tell my prayer group not to come here either.
Okay, you do that.
Now, if this invention's big, Mama wants a taste.
I understand you're moving forward with Sheldon's grant database. I was an intrinsic part of that. Do I need to redo these contracts?
You betcha.
All right, just hold on. Now, this is good for the university. This isn't about everybody getting a piece of the pie. After all the Sheldon I put up with, I deserve this. If Sheldon's okay with it, you're welcome to part of his cut.
I was hoping we could chat about your video store.
What about it?
I'm just so glad it's in the hands of a good Christian woman. Some of my flock have concerns about the movies y'all rent. You know, the ones with the sexual content.
If they don't want to see whatnot, then they shouldn't rent whatnot.
Just here to give you a heads up. People are upset, and I'd hate to see your business suffer.
Mr. Gantz, thank you for taking the time to see us.
Oh, no problem.
Seen your face on those park bench ads.
Oh,
You fall in the park, this is the first thing you see. Really think it's going to be worth something?
Yeah, the university seems to think so. They want 90% out of it.
Oh, is that so?
What am I smelling?
Beef and broccoli. Chinese place downstairs.
Ooh, do they have good chop suey? I can never find good.
George.
You were saying?
you remember when we came up with the idea for that grant database?
I remember when I came up with the idea.
Son, and I call you son because I think of you as family. It's the way you would treat your own family.
Not my mom. Everyone else is on their own.
What would you say with that? Do you know what I mean? Like, I actually feel like Sheldon should be 50+%. I don't think he's getting it and seeing where he is in the future. It just shows how people are with money. Do you know what I mean? I think it's proper scruffy. To be honest, I like Hagemeyer, but like my opinion is decreasing. Now I understand Linkletter wanting a little bit of it. You know, everybody wants a bit of piece of the pie, but it's how much. Do you know what I'm saying? If Sheldon got 55, Linkletter got 5, she took 10 or whatever, or 15, then at least the rest of the university. Like, university's done nothing. You know what I mean? Like, literally nothing. Yeah, she's going to be the one that gets a subscription fee out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they'd be the ones that making a cut. What would you rather do? Have a $1 billion company in 10% and make 100 million? Or just be scruffy and try and push for 90% and get none of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, getting something and still getting loads of benefit out of it and rewards and money, because that's what they would get. You know what I mean? It's better than pushing to try and basically steal or shaft him out the idea.
Asking people to sign our petition if they agree that sin has no place in cinema.
Clever.
Thanks.
You are scaring away my customers.
You know what's scarier? Hell.
Look, you can't just sit here in front of my store.
Freedom of speech. We're loud.
Is your halo, because you are an angel.
Let's just see what the people think about this. What are you doing? We just finally got those killjoys out of here.
We do not need this kind of attention. Get arrested, y'all go to lady jail. I have to go to scary jail. I'm too pretty for scary jail. All I'm saying is we need to remember where the real money's coming from. If we want it to keep coming, you gotta back off.
He's right.
When did you start to be the responsible one?
I know.
I don't like it either.
It's absolutely right. Like, raise suspicion here, more eyes come. See this, you know, a negative thing going on. Get shut down, no money. She don't give a shit really about that comic book. I mean, that video store. Do you know what I mean? Like, she just needs it as a front and just be the piece. You know what I mean? Like, look, I tell you what, we'll drop half the movies that we've got, and then in a couple of months' time, we'll drop the rest or something. Let them know that their way is working, and they'll back off. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they'll see that you're seeing the light. And to be honest, you don't care if people rent those movies or not. You're not got that store for that reason. It's just there for a front.
Look, I've heard from your parents' lawyer, and I'm a little concerned that this whole thing is getting out of hand. Someone else might come up with the same idea in the meantime.
I didn't think of that. We should get started.
Those darn lawyers.
How can we fix this?
Well, convince your parents to sign, then we could get rolling. We put your name on one of these buildings.
I'm sorry, did you say Sheldon Cooper Science Center or Sheldon Cooper's Science Center?
Well, which do you like?
I prefer the possessive. It makes it much more mine.
You know, if you could sign a contract and then it turns out that you're kind of like bribed or whatever, it's like, does it become nuts?
As a police officer.
I've just come with a little peace offering. No more naked ladies, no more Michael Douglas's bare butt giving me impure thoughts. Are we square?
It's not about you and me being square, Connie. It's about you and El Jefe Grande. You know, I'd be happy to come down and let you know what other movies are objectionable so we don't have another situation on our hands.
Sheldon, thank you for coming in. I want to apologize for our little tiff earlier. Found something that might be of interest to you. Authentic signature from Richard Feynman.
Where did you get this?
Details aren't important.
Is this a restraining order?
Not important. University is filled with people who want to exploit our ideas.
President Hagelmeyer just offered me my own building.
You're being manipulated. You don't even know it. Scientist, or are you a pawn of the administration?
A scientist.
Yes, you are.
The Last Temptation of Christ. That'll really piss people off.
What are y'all doing?
Well, I tried to be nice, but he kept pushing.
Yeah, so now we're pushing back.
This is not your business. That room back there with the shady piles of money, that's your business. Your secret illegal business.
Pastor has put together a petition of citizens concerned about the vulgar content of your video store.
I can assure you there's nothing immoral or indecent going on here.
She's clearly not getting it. She's letting her ego take over, which I get, because personally, she's correct. It's like when people moan that McDonald's has got, all fatty. Oh, you're selling 5,000. Don't turn up. Just don't fucking go to McDonald's. If you don't want a 5,000 calorie meal, do not go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it actually pisses me off in life when people moan that shit's around, and it's like, just don't go and get it. You don't have to. It's not there. Like, this is a store. Don't turn up to it if you don't like it. Don't like my video that you're watching, turn it off. It's free will. Nobody's making you come. Nobody's making you eat that cheeseburger. Nobody's making you buy that DVD, video, whatever. Like, it's all about free will. And what about, your store selling blah, blah, blah? Mate, I am selling a legal, published DVD or video, whatever, tape that's been distributed by the company. I'm just selling it because I am a video store. You know what I mean? Like, she ain't doing anything wrong, but take the whole context, the whole situation, throw it all in the bin. That is not even a store. If it makes zero profit, it doesn't matter, because it is a money laundering business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not where the cash comes from. The cash comes from the back, and you don't want people in here with cameras, news people, anybody raising eyebrows in this store. Do you know what I'm saying? In fact, like Georgie was saying, turn it all Christian. You might actually get more people in. You might get all the God-loving people in buying stuff. Sell merchandise, expand. You know what I'm saying? Like, put different things here and there and let them preach. Because what you want is less eyes or more eyes in the positive way. Right now it's all negative. And the more negative eyes, the more raises, the more your business gets shut down. So Georgie is right. She's actually doing negative to the business.
Talking to the lawyer.
Here comes the divorce.
We are not getting divorced.
The lawyer wants to sit down with you before he gets into it with the university.
I don't know. I hear lawyers slow things down.
Sheldon, this is important to all of us. You got to think about your family.
Shelley, he's right.
Did you put extra hot dogs in this spaghetti?
I did.
And I have a feeling we are going to come to a quick agreement.
I have a feeling we are.
Oh, I redrawn the contract.
Sorry we're late.
And who's he?
I'm his cousin.
And lawyer.
Sheldon informed my client that their interests were aligned.
You told him that?
Yes. You told me he was on our side. Didn't you tell them that?
Yes. Why can't this just be about the science? Why are you making it all about the money? This was supposed to be exciting, and you're ruining it.
Oh. Why don't you take a little time and figure out what's going to make you happy?
Cutting everybody out and doing this myself.
What?
I don't need the university, and I don't need Dr. Linkletter.
Are you sure you don't want to think about this a little more?
Perhaps you're right. Done. I'm good.
Don't you have Die Hard?
Not anymore.
Why?
It had that bad word in it.
What?
Yippee-ki-yay. You can see all the movies that Pastor Jeff ever rented.
You can see any movie everyone's rented. Jesus Christ Superstar, Jesus of Nazareth, The Blood of Jesus.
Good Lord, how many Jesus movies are there?
Oh, what about his wife?
Connie, what brings you by?
I just wanted to drop off a little gift. I also know how your wife feels about it.
Must be some mistake.
There isn't. Shall we talk about Fatal Attraction? So let's talk about what your church elders are renting.
Come on.
Want to know?
Is it bad?
It's Porky's bad.
I'm going to end this story so you don't have to see a grown man beg for mercy.
Do you know what I mean? They go to the extreme, don't they? Trying to shut a store down for selling a legally produced movie that's probably rated R. And You know what I mean? And you could get it from your own free will. Anybody can walk in. You're not gun to your head, pick it up and watch it now. You know what I'm saying? They just gone to the extreme and getting a news called in. And also, I want this to be the last time I ever hear about this database, because I know that it is a multi-million-dollar idea, and he didn't go with it, and he tried to do it himself, and clearly he's failed or whatever, and someone's beat him to it. So it's just an absolute failure, and it just annoys me. And I feel kind of sorry for him, because he's a young teen being absolutely tried to be exploited by all these people so that they can get rich off. Nothing to do with them. Not one person in that room, apart from Sheldon, done anything for that idea. And he was trying to give him 10% and all wanted a piece of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they come round and give a fair offer and made sure that Sheldon was the biggest majority shareholder, or whatever you want to call it, of that idea, then maybe it would be okay. But they're all greedy, and they've all kind of lost my respect for it, honestly. It shows you that no matter how nice you are, bring a bit of money into it and every person is for themselves. They want to screw everybody over so they can make the most money for themselves. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, we've seen it before. Georgie is a great businessman. You know, he's took a couple of, what would you say, like a couple of entrepreneur goals, so to speak, and he's been successful. He sold the snow globes, he's done something else, you know, he's running his store well, he's come up with the ideas of, you know, you win tokens, you know, you give us a token, we give you a bear. You don't want that bear, don't worry about it, you've redeemed it, we want it, here's your $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's finding ways and get arounds, and he's been really good, and he's come up with many successful ideas. And again, you know what I mean, like, he's a person here that's thinking logically. You know, Connie and Mandy are thinking about it actually as a business that you've invested in. It's like a startup myself. You know, I go out there, invest, pump my own money into a store that's the only purpose of my store, is to sell movies. And I want people to come in and buy it. If people are coming in and ruining it, saying you can't do this, you can't do that, I'm going to fight back. This is my store. This is my business. However, if I'm going to buy, like a car wash, for example, you know, Breaking Bad, all this money, all the gear, no idea what to do. Let's get a car wash. Let's get a company to front it up. Yeah? Make it look like it's successful. That's where all the cash is going. Laundering it. You know, it doesn't matter if there's 10 movies, 15 movies, 100 movies in there. All you want to do is have it look like it is a sustainable, functioning business that's bringing in the cash so that the books look all right, nobody raises suspicion in the back, and you can still, jobs are good and make money from all angles. You know what I'm saying? These are taking it to heart that they can't do what they want to do because Pastor Jeff and co want to stop it. And in reality, it's frustrating. Yes, it is. However, you don't care about making money from this business. You don't care about the DVDs that are in there. You just want it to be a silent thing floating around with nobody seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And Georgie understands that, and they didn't, and they nearly ruined it. They get to a point where it gets too much and they ruin it for themselves. It will do, honestly, it will. But who would have thought that Georgie would have been the smart one? And even Connie said it as well. When did you become the brains? And it's like, mate, that is because he understands the context of how to make money and to keep it under wraps. You know what I'm saying? And fair play to him, he's doing well. And I'm hoping that he gets all the money from this thing, and that's what helps him do his own startup in the future. And we know that he's got a successful business, and I'm hoping it all stems from here. The money that he gets, he's banking in, he's saving, because at some day it's going to end, and you don't want it to end because of that stupid kind of thing where your ego takes advantage. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks for checking it out. Hopefully, guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.